So if you have an idea about this, you don't have to waste your time just reading cover to cover. You can actually prioritize your time because we have limited time and endless syllabus, right? So you can prioritize your time and energy to priority areas and give less time to the ones which are not asked. Judiciary, maximum number of questions have been asked in prelims. So spend more time on judiciary. Go through the PYQs of judiciary. Identify the nature of question UPSC is asking. You can see just 7 questions from these kind of topics, right? 6 questions from these topics. Now just 1 question came from citizenship. Citizenship is a chapter in Lakshmikant. How much time are you going to allot for this? Because only 1 question have come, that too in 2021. All right. What are the 3 pillars of preparation for UPSC 2026? First, micro-theme based approach to UPSC CSE. Okay, I've already mentioned what are micro-themes. Micro-themes are high priority areas. Second is evidence-based syllabus coverage. Merely, following a rat race is not enough. You need to know, you need to do smart study. Okay, definitely it's a hard work as well, but in hard work as well, you need to have a smart approach to cover your syllabus. Now, what is that smart approach? You need to have evidence-based syllabus coverage. Now, what do you mean by evidence-based? You need to go through the PYQs, understand the trend, which subject is asked more, even in that particular subject, which topic is asked more, even in that particular topic, what is the nature of question that UPSC generally asks. So if you have an idea about this, you don't have to waste your time just reading cover to cover. You can actually prioritize your time because we have limited time and endless syllabus, right? So you can prioritize your time and energy to priority areas, okay, high yielding areas, and give less time to the ones which are not asked generally. Okay, this will make your preparation, more streamlined with precision. This is very important. Next is 1-pager notes for prelims and mains. Okay, I swear by 1-pager notes because, as I mentioned earlier, UPSC syllabus is like endless, right? Standard books, you just keep collecting books and resources from the market, and it is endless. You become a collector of resources in the end. But what is more important is you need to have crisp notes of all that you have studied. Crisp notes in the sense that for every micro theme, you need to have a 1-page note. This is what I meant. This is what I mean by 1-pager notes, right? For both prelims and mains. So 3 pillars. First is micro theme based approach for UPSC. Second is evidence based syllabus coverage. And third is 1-pager notes for both prelims and mains. All right. Okay. I'll just take you through prelims micro themes. This is CD's PYQ micro theme platform. I'll just take you through the trend analysis, the PYQs, how to identify the micro themes, and so on. All right. So here you can see the important subjects, different years, how many questions have been asked under each subject. For example, in 2024, 19 questions came from geography, 12 questions from economy, 14 from environment, 16 from polity, 8 from art and culture, so on and so forth. 2023 again, that you can see a trend. Basically, which subject and how many questions. Okay. This you need to understand because then again, there is this concept of priority subjects as well, apart from the priority micro themes. So again, here art and culture 8, but geography there is 19, economy there is 12, polity there is 16. Which subject will you give more time to? Definitely you will give more time to polity, economy, geography, and environment, right? In comparison to art and culture. But are you going to ignore it? Definitely not. 8 questions is more than enough to clear the cutoff, right? You're not going to ignore anything, but divide your time as per the importance of the subject. That's what I mean by that. Okay. Again, science and tech 12, IR 5, miscellaneous, some personalities or something, 1 question, governance 7 questions, agriculture 3 questions. So in this way, you need to have an idea which subject was asked more in which year. Okay, and year-wise trend. All right. Next is year-wise, how many questions came from current affairs, how many questions came from the core standard books and NCRTs, and how many came from some non-traditional books, which we generally don't refer to much. So that idea you need to have. For example, in 2024, current affair 33 questions have been asked. Non-traditional sources, 18 questions were asked. Core books and NCERT, 49 questions were asked. What does this tell you? It tells you that core books and NCERTs are important enough. You don't have to run behind some non-traditional resources. First, cover your core books. First, cover your NCERTs, and then move on to the next thing. Okay? So you can see the proportion. In 2021, 63 questions came from the core books and NCERT. In 2019, 55 questions came from core books and NCERT. So you just see the trend here. All right? Next is the kind of questions that come in UPSC. For example, how many two-liners came in 2024? How many single statement came in 2024? How many only all pair came in 2024? Okay? How many multi-liners came in 2024? So you can see a change of trend as well here. The 22 questions of multi-liners came in 2023, but 28 came in 2024. Can you ignore it? You cannot ignore it. You need to give more priority to all these things. You need to understand how UPSC asks you questions. All right. Moving on to micro themes. So these are some of the important micro themes. Now, this is a mix and match of all the subjects. Here you can see environmental organizations, 45 questions have come till date. Okay. Out of all the subjects, out of all the micro themes, environmental organization is the most priority area because 45 questions have come from it. And you can also see that which year came, like for example, 23, it was asked, 22, it was asked, 21. So almost every year, environmental organization, the question from environmental organization come, right? So it is very, very important. Second important is emerging technology of science and technology. 44 questions. Important. Next is species, the characteristics and behavior, which is again the environment. 37 questions have been asked. RBI functions and monetary, it's a broad picture, right? You combine all the subjects, okay, all the micro themes, and then do a priority analysis. You will find that environmental organization is important, emerging technology is important, species is important, RBI functions and monetary policy is important. Again, in science and tech, physics, certain questions from physics is important, government program is important. So now you know where to prioritize. Now, if you go below, you can see just 7 questions from these kind of topics, right? 6 questions from these topics. Now, just 1 question came from citizenship. Citizenship is a chapter in Lakshmikant. How much time are you going to allot for this? Because only 1 question have come, that too in 2021. Easy enough to answer that question. If you just go through the PYQ, you will understand. So you don't have to actually go spend like 1 hour, 2 hour reading citizenship chapter. Again here, tribal movement. You don't have to spend much time. Literature. Don't spend much time. Pollutants. Don't spend much time. Historical terms and medieval. So people generally get scared of this, right? Medieval history, the terms are difficult. Art and culture terms are difficult. You don't have to spend much time there. So you just go through these and identify the number of questions asked in each micro theme and spend more time accordingly. All right. Do this at the beginning itself. Don't wait for like 2 years to pass and then identify, you should have spent more time in this and then saved your time. All right. Let's just go through the prelims micro themes. Here again, you can see harmful substances, an important micro theme. 25 questions have been asked. And here you can see all the questions that have been asked. Okay. All the options that were given, the answer and an explanation. And also which year it was asked. You need to have this idea. Harmful substances. Again, this is all harmful substances. Next is bioprefix kind of questions. Again, important. 11 questions have been asked. 5th and 6th schedule. All the questions you can find here. Advent of Europeans. Just giving you a brief idea how to go about it, right? Let's go year-wise. Again, 2024, 100 questions. How many? 19 from geography. All the questions from geography here. Economy, 12 questions. All the questions here. Similarly, you have for 23, you have for 22, you have for 21, you have for 20. Let's just jump into one subject and let me explain you how to identify the micro themes. All right. So this is micro theme analysis for polity, specifically for prelims. All right. Look at this graph and you will identify. Just tell me in the chat box which micro theme is the most important out of all of these? Judiciary. Very good. Very good. Judiciary. Wonderful. You get an idea, right? Judiciary, maximum number of questions have been asked in prelims. So spend more time on judiciary. Go through the PYQs of judiciary. Identify the nature of question UPSC is asking. Just don't blindly read the chapter. Go through the PYQs. Identify what are they exactly asking. Where is the focus point here, right? Judiciary is important. Political theory is important. Fundamental rights and duties are important. Constitutional and non-constitutional bodies are important. Which is the least important one? Citizenship. Some random topics, some domestic bodies and agencies, not important. Taxation, not important. Just one question have been asked. You can actually ignore them. You don't have to ignore writs. Writs is a small topic. So it's not that you can, here, citizenship, one question you can ignore if you want. But if you, I would advise not to ignore it completely. At least have one reading, have an idea how the citizenship thing works. Okay. Coming to writs, just have an idea how it works. Attorney General, emergency, federalism. You need to have an idea about all these. If at all a question comes, basic question comes, okay? I'm not talking about difficult question. Difficult question, nobody will be able to answer it, right? At least a basic question comes, you should be able to answer it, okay? Yeah. This is the...
If you click on judiciary, we can show all the aspirants about the nature of question.
Right.
So we have segregated, like, is it difficult? And if you click on just, let's say, the first one, open the first one. So this is the question, and we have graded as something like difficult if you scroll down.
Yeah.
And we have also traced it back to a particular core book in NCERT. So this
Where
is the level of
find this particular question.
Yeah.
So again, this question was difficult. It was asked recently in 2022. So you will at least have an idea. Was it easy? Was it a difficult question? If you are not able to answer a particular question, you can go to the section where it is mentioned. If it is easy question and still not able to answer it, that means there is some issue with your concepts. To go and revise your concepts. If it is a difficult question, you can be you can be chill about it, right? Then which source? Where will you find it? In NCERT, your core books, you can find this particular question. You just go through these questions and you will understand. For example, judicial review implies. It's an easy question, right? It's directly given in the Lakshmikant. So it's an easy question. So you can answer them. All right. And micro theme, year-wise in 2024, which question, how many questions have come from which topic? That's what is given here. Moving on to modern history. All right. Here again, which is the most important topic? Freedom movement, personalities, right? British constitutional developments, British policies, non-Congress parties, organizations. These are the most important questions. Least important questions are regional kingdoms, tribal movements, economic growth and development. Okay. These are least important. And the most important is these. So for example, if I just click on the freedom movement personalities, I can just go through them and just open one and see. All right. So this is the question, the explanation of it. Where can I find it? 4 books, NCERT. All right. Just go through one of these. Again, 4 books, NCERT. I can find these questions. Okay. All right. So you need to have, again, year-wise segregation of micro themes. So I hope this is clear to you. This particular section, okay, these micro themes you will not find anywhere. You need to do this thing by yourself, by going through the PYQs and identifying the different topics under which, for example, different topics in which in a particular subject in which UPSC asks more questions from, right? So that once you identify these micro themes, you need to do priority analysis in the sense that which micro themes is more important in comparison to something else. Okay, once you do that, you can actually divide your time accordingly to cover those chapters. Okay, so this is for prelims. You have different subjects here.